The End of Oak Street. I just got back from seeing it. Let me just say that I wish that this movie was in more IMAX screens, just due to the fact that Spider Man is a humongous movie. But this movie truly deserved to be seen in an IMAX screen. But it kind of didn't deliver in the way that I wanted it to. I think there were some marketing errors done from this movie. There was some mystery around what was exactly going to happen in the movie. And if they had left that mystery completely blind to everybody going into it and just drawn the attention to it's going to be a monster movie, I feel that this movie would have been marketed tremendously. Unfortunately, we did get to see that there were dinosaurs in the movie, and while they were fantastic in my opinion, if that had been a mystery going into it, I feel it would have been an amazing reveal, especially with how they did it in the movie. You could have sold it absolutely. It's Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor in a monster movie, so to speak, and just kind of left it at that. Let that allure of the mystery draw you in to want to come see the movie of what is this creature going to be. The fact that it wasn't in IMAX or even Dolby in a majority of screens, which again, I understand they want to get Spider-Man in there. If you have an opportunity to watch this in IMAX, please let me know how it was and if you enjoyed it, the experience of the quality of the movie, because I feel like the movie itself had some issues. I want for this review to remain spoiler free, that way I don't ruin anything for anybody. This is my take because I remember watching Jurassic Park at such a young age, but I also watched it in Mexico when I was very young. I don't have a lot of recollection of it in English. So I do plan on eventually watching Jurassic Park with no nostalgia because I don't have that attachment to it that a lot of people do as part of cinema. I feel that this movie really encompassed that feeling of watching Jurassic Park for the very first time. However, in a more tense way. The way that this movie deals with tension and the danger happening in the movie is taken up another level, truly. I do agree with some of the takes that I've seen from people that saying that the characters weren't making phenomenal decisions. I do think that some things are a little dumb. Granted, I also give the benefit of the doubt to characters in movies because I don't know how I would act if I was in that scenario. I will probably be terrified and I'll just be like, Lord, just take me. It's over. I will give credit to the dinosaur scenes and just, I guess, the creature scenes, because some of them, I guess, they're prehistoric animals. We'll say prehistoric animals. There's one scene in particular that just left my jaw wide open. And because of that scene, I felt in absolute danger for the remainder of the movie. That's the biggest thing the movie has going for it. The tension and the way that it is delivered. As a viewer, I think it's fantastic. Some of these things are like incredibly stealthy. And again, that's the biggest part that doesn't really make sense, but I'm willing to forgive it just because of how it builds and some of the tension ends up landing and wrapping up. Some of the story beats feel incredibly not fleshed out. I feel like the ending of the movie really felt a lot to be desired. But even then, there were some questions that the movie doesn't try and answer. It doesn't owe you an answer, but it really left a taste in my mouth that it didn't really stick the landing for me, which I was ready to say that this movie was amazing. I was ready to say that this movie had delivered on all fronts, especially with me knowing that it was dinosaurs. If I had not known, it probably would have been better in my opinion. The ending just kind of, I don't want to say it fell flat, but it felt unearned. Regardless, I genuinely think this movie is a fun time. That one scene I will not forget for a long time. I would recommend to go see it if you just have 90 minutes to kill and you just want to watch a great tense film at times. I think this definitely will be up your alley. It worked for me. With that said, that's my thoughts on The End of Oak Street. If you have seen it, feel free to comment below what you think about the movie itself. If you know what scene I'm referencing or you may have questions about it, feel free to drop it in the comments below, because I can't wait for this movie to be out there a little bit more and for us to be able to talk about the movie as a whole. Because quite frankly, I'm waiting for more people to go see it so I can talk to them about it and see what they think. So with that said, tell me what your favorite dinosaur movie is. Should I make Jurassic Park my next one? What other dinosaur movies are out there that I should potentially add to the list? If you got any suggestions, feel free to drop them below in the comments as well as your thoughts on the movie, like I mentioned. But don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you want to see more nostalgia-free reviews or just weekend release spoiler free reviews. So for the Mist Retrospective, my name's Kirby Karen, and I'll see you on the next one.